Hey tribe, Dawna here from Transformational Healing, and today we are going to talk about meditation states and trance and altered states of consciousness. Today I am at the Runestead at Brushwood Folklore Center, and I decided to try to find a quiet place. We'll see if the place ends up staying quiet. We are pretty close to one of the roads, so we may get a golf cart going by or people meandering by. When I think about trance and things like that, I think that a lot of people have a little bit of misconception about meditation, or they only have one way of thinking about meditation. So that was what I wanted to talk about today. So a lot of people think that meditation is all about emptying your mind and getting into a place where there is absolutely nothing in your mind. And that is one form of meditation, but there are so many different forms of altered states of consciousness, and meditation is just one of them. And then there are different ways to meditate. So one way is just to sit quietly and to allow yourself to just be in the moment, to be mindful of what is going on. See, there's a golf cart right there. It's fine. He's like, oh no. So one way is to just be quiet and to just sit and to be in the moment. And that's where mindfulness comes in. And that doesn't mean that there are no thoughts in your mind. It's that when a thought comes up, you acknowledge the thought and you let it go. And that is one way to meditate. But there are other ways to meditate. You can meditate by going through a walk in the woods, or even a walk on a city street, if you can be mindful of being in the moment. And that's the biggest thing. You can do Tai Chi. You can do any forms of walking meditation. It's about being mindful of where you are and focusing 100% on what you are doing. So if what you are doing is sitting and breathing and staying connected and just feeling the feeling of being connected, then that's what you're doing. If you are going for a walk for your mindful meditation, you want to feel every muscle move in your body and feel each step you take as part of your moving meditation. If you're going to do Tai Chi, you are focused on every single move, every muscle, every piece of that. You're focused in the now. You feel the way you breathe. You feel every breath come in and come out, and that's what you're focused on. And if you see that your thoughts are meandering, you don't get upset that your thoughts are meandering. You just acknowledge it and bring your thoughts back to exactly what you are doing in that moment, what you are being mindful of, what your practice is at that moment. You could meditate cooking dinner. You can meditate by chopping vegetables. You're focusing, you're being mindful about how the vegetable feels, how the knife feels, how it's gliding, how you're breathing, how the water feels as you're washing the vegetables, and you're putting your love into the cooking. If you're only focused on that, then you can turn that into a meditation. You can turn that into a trance state. You could also use things like the fire circle. If you have access to a place, like even just a drum circle, it doesn't have to be a fire circle, but if you have an access to a place that offers drum circles or that type of energy, then you have the drums and you have the fire and you have the dance, and you will find where you belong in that cycle. But it's an energy and a connection cycle to source. The fire tenders keep the fire going, and the fire is the core of that focus. but the dancers dance around that fire and move the energy and inspire the drummers to drum, and they feed the drummers the energy from the fire, and the fire grows and the fire builds, and the drummers keep that energy going with the sound and with the drum they're doing, which helps the dancers to enter trance state. Or even if you're just on the side, helps you to enter trance state, because you're aware and you're connected and you're just in the moment. And that is the biggest, most important feeling of that, is to be in the moment when you're there, to be with the fire, to be connected, to be grounded, to feel the drum and just drum if you're a drummer, to dance and allow yourself to flow and feel your body and where you're at if you're a dancer. So there are other ways. You could just have a single drum and do more of a shamanic journeying technique, or it could be a rattle and you use that regular heartbeat as like a canoe or a horse to carry you, and your intention is to go on a journey, to allow yourself to enter into yourself. When people think about doing journey work or that type of thing, a lot of times they think about going outside of themselves, that they're leaving their body like astral projection and going outside of themselves to go somewhere else. But in all honesty, when we journey, you're actually going inside and you're allowing yourself to answer questions and pay attention to things that you don't necessarily pay attention to all the time. You're allowing your inner knowing. You're allowing your mind to open to source, or your intuitive mind, your third eye to see, and your intuitive mind to feel and know the answers to the questions that you're seeking. But you're actually doing shadow work and you're going inside. That is where the center of the universe is. We are all connected and we are all one. So if you can pull yourself in to that microcosm and work on healing that microcosm through altered states of consciousness and not getting stuck in that everyday routine, even for just 5 or 10 minutes a day, you can do something like pay attention to your breath, look at a candle flame, go for a walk, but be mindful of your breath in every step. All of those things and being mindful help you to connect to source and to balance your energies out. And even 5 minutes a day can really, really help if you can get into that practice. And I will be having lots of more classes and other sorts of blog posts and videos and things to help you with all of that. And if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comment and tell me what other types of videos or other types of lives that you would like me to do, and where you're having problems balancing out that being mindful and being in the moment. What are your stumbling blocks? I really want to know, because I really want to help you to be in balance. I want to help you to feel like you are connected to source, whatever source means to you, universal life force energy, connected to the creator. And I want to help you feel in balance mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So let me know how I can help you do that. And if you don't know how I can help you, let me know what the problems are. Let me know your stumbling blocks. What keeps occurring in your life? What is that cycle that keeps coming back that seems to be a stumbling block, and we need to turn that into a stepping stone? I did a beautiful walk on YouTube of the Labyrinth, the spirit shrine here at Brushwood. And there's several other videos of different spiritual spaces here talking about the elements of air, fire, water, earth, and spirit, and how they connect to each other, and how you can use each of those to help yourself come back to balance. So they're all up on the YouTube channel, and I hope that that helps you a little bit. And if you're just looking for the physical remedies and that sort of thing, I'm hoping that I'm sparking a little bit of paying attention to the world, because we are made up of all of these elements. We are made up of all of these things around us. No matter what your spiritual beliefs are, those things were created and we are part of that. So I hope that you can get a little bit out of it and move forward to help you to stay in balance. So many blessings, tribe. We'll talk to you soon.